Hey, Eddie, we all live. This your dude, Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior. Kicking it with my dude, Chris Castile. Y'all know him as Chris D in the group. You know what I'm saying? We get live for the Indy Wrestling show. So you hear the music in the background. That means we just getting started on our broadcast for Spotify. So, Chris Castile, this is his show, so he's going to bring us in. You ready? I finally get to see that damn bell.
It's the host, Indy Wrestling Show, Chris Castile. Join with me in the new year. New man. He's a Saints fan. He's been dancing all week. He's going to keep on dancing. The great Uncle Leroy Jr. is here. Welcome to the show.
Hey. Well, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So thanks for the intro because, man, last night I wanted to kick you off the show. But look, as always, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be hanging out here on the Indy Wrestling Show. My dude, Chris Castile.
It's all good. It's all good. So we got the new year, new show. But last year, 2019, which was about 8 days ago, we didn't get a chance to go through the wrestlers of the year. And my wrestlers of the year, real quick, drum roll, please, was Will All Day, Aiden Cristiano, Johnny Swole, and Max Castellanos. I believe I'm leaving about 10 people out, but it's all love. I love everybody out there. Also, ASF. Female Wrestlers of the Year, RXP, Riley X. Perez, former guest, Roxy, and also Hyann Young. Thunder Rosa out there as well, and the great Pink Dream, Alex Gracia. And co-host of the year, it was close, but because he ran unopposed, Uncle Leroy Jr.
Wait, hold on. Now, unopposed. Oh, no. Cut.
He ran unopposed.
Well, I think I'll take the word.
Was also me. I was sporting for Papa LOTA that this right here. Santa Chinga promotion. Santa Chinga, which means holy beatdown in English. Shout out to Papa LOTA out there. Hope you get well soon. He'll be back in March with Lucha Libre. And speaking of being back, we're going to take our first break. Then we'll be back on the Indy Wrestling Show. Got a big show tonight. And break.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm messing with you. But yeah, you got to cue me when you want to take a break, nah?
Yeah, you said take a break. So.
Well, yeah, you got to cue me. You just take a break.
I did.
Yeah, it was like take a break. But so what we about to go back on?
Whenever, I mean.
I said what?
Get my bling. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready, sir.
No, I'm asking what we're gonna go back on. What's gonna be the next thing?
We're gonna talk about my experience at All Elite Wrestling. We'll talk about my upcoming show, January 19th in Laredo, Texas.
You ain't out of my. I think I'm about to just go and go get my chameleon.
Get the chameleon.
Oh, sure. Okay, you're blinding me. All right. All right, you ready?
Doing that Saints dance.
No. All right, going.
Everything is still so it's never rest on it, and her booty's so big.
All right. We're back from our first break. And it's the new year, which means I forgot something. I want to give shout outs to Sports Talk with Friends. For y'all don't know, you better ask somebody. But this group is about 3,000 strong, including me, Leroy Jr., which account for we love everybody out there. Shout out to El Chapo, not the one in New York State Penitentiary. El Chapo from Sports Talk with Friends, Uncle Leroy Jr., Mike Lowry. I like saying Mike Lowry. Yeah,
you don't need to say that.
And El Chapo. And shout out to the one Titan fan out of the 2000 in the group. Shout out to him. He won. Shout out to, it's all, I gave a lot of grief to the Saints fans. Shout out to y'all. I mean, honestly, I was going for y'all to win because I wanted to see some more of the dancing. I mean, I predicted.
You want some attention, don't you? Because this is a wrestling show. You're talking Saints. Last night was a basketball show. You're talking Saints.
I'm
want some attention.
But
you want some attention?
I'm just saying, Chris Castillo predicted the Vikings were somehow going to win by the refs. And guess what?
I'm about to get my chameleon again.
All right. So once again, shout out to Mike Lowry and all them and Fantasy Basketball League. My ball's hot, that team. Shout out to you. And shout out to me for being undefeated again, 11-0. Now on to the wrestling. Chris Castillo went to a certain show live in Corpus Christi, Texas at the Bank of America Center. And I went to not just any show. It was an all-elite wrestling show. And I got to see some of the best wrestlers in the world. I'm talking about Kenny Omega, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, also known as Phoenix, not the Hardy Brothers, the Young Bucks, who are wrestling right now, but I got a DVR. I can catch the rewind because I got it like that. And I got my new Christmas watch here that I got for myself. Anyway, so got to go to the All Elite Wrestling show, sold out show at home at the crib here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Got to see the Lucha Brothers in action. They took the L. But hey, you wrestle Hangman Page and Kenny Omega and you lose, not a really big deal. I mean, they're the best tag team in the world. Then I got to see SCU, Southern Cal, and Censored go one-on-one against the Young Bucks. Non-stop, high-flying action. And boy, and then I got to see Mr. Money's-Worth himself, the king of all the pandas, the Spanish Dios. Talking about my boy Sammy Guevara from Houston, HTX, H-Town, Booker T, School of Wrestling, and all the way representing Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance, the best premier wrestling show. And you know what? I'm going to say it because not only am I from Corpus Christi, but I'm also a wrestling guy. And I've been to a lot of wrestling shows all over the state of Texas, and I can proudly say Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance, if not arguably the best wrestling promotion in todo el estado de Texas. I said it. Yeah, I know them. Yeah, I have a lot of friends there. But
you just said
Wrestling Alliance numero uno in Texas. Welcome back to the show, Leroy Jr.
Hey, I've been here. I was trying to see what this was. You said I like you putting like some hex. What was that you just said? Tejada?
I'm sorry?
What you just said, that team and all, like, was that all of Texas?
Oh, the greatest wrestling promotion, indie wrestling, independent wrestling wise today, without a shadow of a doubt, because I've been all over the state of Texas. People can say what they want about Chris Castillo, but I scout. I ain't just going as a fan. I scout out the wrestling talent. Some of them don't even know Chris Castillo's there, but I'm watching. And without shadow of a doubt, if not they're the best, they are one of the best. Gulf Coast Wrestling Alliance, headed by Ben Galvan and Mr. Trevino. Best wrestling show in Texas. Yeah, I said it. I did. Corpus Christi, stand up. That's
okay.
Right. And Uncle Leroy.
And you dropped the mic?
But we went over All Elite Wrestling, got our Wrestlers of the Year, Promotion of the Year, Trainers of the Year. There's two of them. I'm talking about Chris Marvel for Hybrid School of Wrestling. And I'm talking about the legendary Rudy Boy Gonzalez, dear friend of mine, friend of everybody, trained a lot of good wrestlers. And also special shout out to America's Academy of Pro Wrestling in Austin, Texas. They've got great wrestlers like Alley Cat, the great Christy Janes. I mean, talk about Hart coming back from injury and taking the world by storm right now. It's our former guest. Talking about Vert Vixen. I mean, she went from the world of cosplay, took over, and now taking over the world of wrestling. Then you got RXP, Riley X Paris, great wrestler, and also a lot of other up-and-coming talent, which will be making their debut soon, very, very soon. And also, big announcement coming up, January 19, 2019 at 6 p.m. in Laredo, Texas, Classic Southern Wrestling, and yours truly, Coastal Bend Wrestling, me, my guys, will be out there, and we're going to have a show for the people of Laredo, and we have some big news for you people of Laredo. The show is absolutely 100% a gift to you because the show is free. That's right. The show is free. You don't got to pay nothing. The venue's great. Food truck park, bar, grill, drinks. Bring the family. Get some tacos, wrestling, Sunday. Sounds great. We got the great Joey Spector, former guest there. Schizo will be there. Alberto Del Frito will be there. I'll be there. Dr. Rick Daniels, Dirty Sanchez will be there. And that and much more. And, Riley X Paris will be there as well. As also, we have a new talented wrestler coming up in there. She's so new. Give me a second. I'm looking up one little quick segment real quick. I'll find that for you, that information. She is also from the Austin Wrestling School. Her name is the great Jasmine Allure. Be making her Laredo Pro debut. Jasmine Allure in Laredo, Texas. Looking forward to that matchup as well. So, if there's any questions, please message on Facebook. Let us know. And a big question a lot of people have been asking me is how exactly do you make it to be a pro wrestler? Well, that's a big word, make it. When you say make it, do you mean just become? Do you mean make it a career or a profession? Because two big different things. I'm not a pro wrestler because I tell you it's a very hard profession. It's like being an actor. How many actors you know? How many successful actors do you personally know? I'll tell you how many I know. But they're making millions. Pro wrestlers, I mean, a good career, maybe $80,000, $100,000 a year. It takes a lot of heart, a lot of guts to be a pro wrestler, and many people have tried. Maybe it's not for them. But to those who do make it, hey, shout out to you for following your dream and going for it. So with that being said, I want to thank everyone for listening to the Indy Wrestling Show today. I mean, show is going to go on. We're going to have lots of guests this year. Last year, we had lots of great guests. We had Rudy Boy Gonzalez. He told us about him growing up in wrestling, about his journey, about how he was supposed to go to college, said it's not for me. I want to be a pro wrestler. And here he is, 50 years later. He's out there doing his thing. He is a pro wrestler. We talked to Chris Marvel. Chris Marvel told us what it takes to be a pro wrestler, and he's out there doing it. We spoke to Riley X Paris on Halloween night, and she told us about her career, about her going to Penn State University, being a collegiate athlete. It's a big word, right? We spoke to Christian Schmitt, professional announcer, good friend of mine, good friend of the show. We interviewed myself. I'm a good friend of myself. I talk to myself like I am right now. And just kidding, disclaimer, sarcasm. Welcome back, Uncle Leroy Jr. back to the show. He's back. I'm going to give him a tag. Boom, tag team. There it is.
Just like that.
There it is. Thought you knew.
That's funny. But, I was always here, man. So what we about to do? We about to end the show?
No, I was going to ask you, this chameleon I've been hearing about taking over social media and going viral. Is this chameleon? Do you own a chameleon, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
A green-veiled chameleon.
Where is this chameleon from? Is this from Australia, Mexico, the exotic, the Yucatan Peninsula?
He actually from right across the hallway.
He was born up in the crib.
Yes. He's mine. That's so one. It wasn't before then. It was once he got here. That's where that's where he's from. Just like that.
Okay. Does this reptile have a name?
Yes. Saint.
Did you just say Saint?
Yes. Thank you for saying it. Exactly. I knew you was a fan. Great job.
Now, can the chameleon do that little chameleon, not little Saint fans?
They get the gat. They get the gat dance.
Yeah. Can he do that?
Yes. Yes, sir.
That was a popular dance back in the day, just past Saturday, Sunday morning. Anyway, it's all good. I just want everyone to feel how I feel being a proud Dallas Cowboy fan, generational Dallas Cowboy fan, America's team. But anyway, this America show and America's sport is pro wrestling because Indy Wrestling is hot right now. I mean, hot. Shows all over. Speaking of hot, up in Dallas, Texas. You know what's going to happen this Saturday, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
What?
It's going to be Impact Takeover Texas show featuring Brian Cage, Tessa Blanchard, and all the superstars of Impact Wrestling, and including a lot of local Texas stars that been on this Indy Wrestling show. To be honest, it's going to be a heck of a show. If I lived up in Dallas, I'd be there. I'm in Corpus, so I'll be watching it on titlematch.com. There's shout out to them. I gave you a free plug. Give me a free month. This is your boy Chris Castillo. Oh, want to get to one more thing. There's a league called the XFL, and they're head by none other than Vincent Kennedy McMahon Sr.
Hey.
XFL. Can you tell me what are the names of some of these teams, a little bit of the background? Because I don't know anything about the XFL. I want to know. Can you tell me something, Uncle Leroy Jr., please?
I can definitely tell you something. So, join Sports Talk with Friends group, and we're looking to have a fantasy football XFL league. So, it starts in February. I'm a Dallas Renegade fan. That's the local team out here is Dallas Renegades. I think like 5 games altogether, but the rules are crazy. Like what I'm saying, like the onside kicks. There is no surprise onside kick. You gotta let the ref know that you're about to do an onside kick. So. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. Definitely got to join it. If you want more, join the league.
How about maybe this year, is there a possibility that you guys will interview an XFL active player?
Hey, you never know. You know what I'm saying? We keep our feelers out, keep our ears to the streets. So we definitely going to try and see if we can get somebody on the show, that actually from the league.
And even a more bigger question. Will we actually talk to a Dallas Renegade cheerleader?
Hey. I'm working on becoming a season ticket holder. So we're going to see if, me, I'm going to take some lessons from Mike Lowry, pop my collar. I'm about to give me one.
Yeah, I mean, me and you, Mike Lowry, we're all bachelors in this group. Some of us not by choice. But, hey, it is what it is, and it's all good. Hey, I'm done crying. That's why I'm wearing these shades, because the ladies love the man with shades and a goatee. So, so I'm about to take over Dallas, Texas one of these weekends. I'll just pop up and say, hey, Mike Lowry, Uncle Leroy Jr., your boy's here.
Wow, just like that.
3 bachelors, 1 town.
Take over.
Yeah, take over exactly. So with that being said, it's been a successful return to the Indy Wrestling show. Shout out to the group. Shout out to Spotify. Shout out to big wrestling show coming up. Jasmine Allure, Riley X Paris are going to be there. And I have a huge announcement, not next week. I'm talking about right now live on the Indy Wrestling show. As everyone knows, I'm the promoter of Coastal Bend Wrestling, right? Well, the big announcement is this. We're in the Coastal Bend, but I'm looking for a show and a team to go statewide and maybe one day nationwide. And we are nomadic in nature. We're going to be traveling all over the state of Texas. We're not going to, and relax promoters, we're not going to take over your town. We're going to come visit and give the people a wrestling show. And we're going to travel outside of the Coastal Bend, outside. And since we're nomadic in nature, and we'll be riding out everywhere. And I named this promotion in honor of our fans of Lucha Libre and Lucha Libre culture. The name of this new promotion and the logo will be coming out tonight or tomorrow is going to be Aztecs Lucha Libre Wrestling Club. That's right, Aztecs Lucha Libre Wrestling Club. The Aztecs Lucha Libre Wrestling Club coming out tonight. The logo, that's my new wrestling promotion. It's going to focus on Lucha Libre for friends, family, and kids, and everyone of all ages. Might even pop up on the Disney Network. Me and Mr. Walt Disney, we're kind of tight. You never know. Aztecs are coming to town. We're taking over.
Just like that. Wow, big days of 2020, huh? That's what I'm talking about.
We're taking over. Mike Lowry, El Chapo, Uncle Leroy Jr., and the whole crew, Sports Talk with Friends, we're taking over. I ain't doing no dancing because I look silly. You at least got some rhythm, and you look like you know what you're doing. I do it look like I'm having some sort of panic attack. That's just me. But anyway, any final thoughts before we go, Uncle Leroy Jr. tonight?
Oh, no, definitely got to give a shout out to you for, actually getting on camera. Ta-da! And got some cool shit. Look like in 3D. But you should do it, Uncle Leroy. You know what I'm saying? It's always good. Shout out to everybody in the group that's active. If you're not active, get active because this is the year of the feast.
That's right. Shout out to everybody out there. And for Uncle Leroy Jr. and everybody out there, Spotify, Indie Wrestling Show. This is Chris Castillo. We'll see you next week on the Indie Wrestling Show.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Got to kill it with the shoulder. Kill it with the shoulder. But hey, look, everybody that's tuning in, you know what I'm saying? We got a homeless drive coming up. Feed the homeless. Last year we did it in Dallas. This year we're doing it in Dallas and New Orleans. So donations are open, you know what I'm saying? Water, bottled water, bologna, sandwich meat, bread, bottled water, exactly. So appreciate that. Gotta get back to the
See you next time.
No limit.